Okay, imagine this. You step onto a driving range, right?
Yeah.
But it's so vast, you could practically lose a golf cart on it.
Uh-huh.
And your backdrop, the shimmering Atlantic Ocean. We're talking about teeing off into the sea breeze on a practice area wider than 3 football fields.
Wow.
Intrigued? Well, you should be. Today on The Deep Dive, we're diving into the Costa Ballena Ocean Golf Club in Cadiz, Spain.
And it's all based on the info you, our listener, sent over. We've got the club's website, Golf Holiday Guides.
Yeah, even a LinkedIn article that was pretty enthusiastic about their practice facilities.
Right. So our mission today, basically, is to sift through all this and pull out the really interesting bits about Costa Ballena.
We want to give you a clear picture, what makes it special for golfers of all levels.
Exactly. Without getting totally bogged down in every single detail, focus on the highlights. What makes it stand out?
Okay, sounds good. So first things first, where exactly is this place?
It's right there on the Costa de la Luz, that's in Cadiz, Spain, sort of nestled between Sanlúcar and Puerto de Santa Maria.
Costa de la Luz.
Yeah.
Coast of Light. Nice.
Yeah, it's a great spot. And really handy for visiting some cool historic cities nearby, too. We can touch on that later, maybe.
Good point. Now, the course itself, I saw the name Olazábal mentioned. Pretty big name in golf, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. José María Olazábal, the Spanish Masters champ. He designed the 27 championship holes now across 3 par 72 courses.
3 courses. Wow.
And his company, Integral Golf Design, they also did the 9-hole par 3 course. The whole thing first opened back in 1997.
Right. So 27 championship holes plus a par 3. That's a serious amount of golf. What's the feel of the course like? Flat? Hilly?
Well, being right by the coast, it's actually pretty flat. The info you sent mentions the turf is like soft and springy, almost like those Scottish or Irish links courses, apparently, which gives you a good idea, right?
Yeah, definitely. So flat terrain. Probably quite walkable then. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
But does that mean it's maybe not super challenging for better players?
Well, not so fast. That Costa de la Luz area, it's known for its wind.
No, right. Coastal wind.
Exactly. You get the warm easterly, the Levante, in summer, and then the cooler westerly, the Palente, in winter.
Levante and Palente, got it.
And those winds, believe me, they can really add a challenge. Changes everything. Club selection, shot shape.
I bet.
Especially on certain holes, like the 16th is mentioned, where if you overhit it, you could end up in the late. So yes, it's walkable, but the wind definitely keeps you on your toes.
Makes sense. Classic link-style challenge, even if it's flat. Okay, but let's talk about something that really jumped out at me from the material you sent. Yeah. The practice facilities. They sound, well, kind of unreal.
They really are something special. I mean, the PGA of Sweden called them one of the best practice facilities in Europe.
In all of Europe. Okay, that's a serious endorsement. So what's the deal? Let's start with the driving range. The size. 345 meters wide.
350 long.
It's immense. That width, 345 meters, think about it. That's wider than 3 American football fields laid end to end. That's hard to even picture. What does that mean in practice?
It means they can have like 120 golfers hitting balls all at the same time. Gives you a sense of the scale.
120 players, right.
And it stretches 350 meters out towards the Atlantic Ocean. So you've got this incredible view while you're practicing.
Okay. And the surface, is it mats or?
Nope. That's the key thing. It's all natural grass, the whole hitting area.
No artificial mats at all?
None. The sources really emphasize that.
Yeah.
Which, makes a huge difference for getting a realistic feel, like you're actually on the course.
Yeah, absolutely. Mats just aren't the same.
And they've even got a lighting system, so you can practice later after sunset.
All right. A massive all-grass range, ocean views, lights. That's impressive already. But there was mention of a short game area, too. Not just the range.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not just the range. It's described as extensive. There's a big putting green with all sorts of slopes and undulations.
Like real course conditions.
Exactly. Simulates different putts you'd face. And then, get this, not 1, but 2 separate greens just for chipping and pitching.
2?
Yeah, complete with bunkers. So you can really work on every single shot around the green. Spend hours there just on your short game easily.
It really sounds like they've poured resources into the practice side of things.
Yeah.
The LinkedIn article even compared it to other famous ranges, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It was interesting. It mentioned Sky 72 in South Korea. That's the world record holder for length. Costa Ballena is a bit shorter.
Okay.
And Orange County National in the U.S. apparently has a bigger total practice area overall.
Right.
But Costa Ballena's unique selling point seems to be that incredible width combined with the capacity for so many players at once, all on real grass. That combination is apparently quite rare.
So it's about that specific combo with capacity, natural grass. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so you've practiced until your hands are sore.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's more to Costa Ballena than just the golf itself. The clubhouse sounded pretty nice.
Yeah, the clubhouse is quite something. The design's inspired by the local Doñana National Park architecture, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
Inside, you've got dressing rooms, bar, restaurant, pro shop. And the terrace, they say, has spectacular Atlantic views.
Free sauna after golf. Sign me up. Now, what if you're really looking to, improve your game while you're there, beyond just hitting balls on that massive range?
They seem very focused on that, too. They've got a golf academy led by qualified pros like Enrique Soto. He's a PGA British member.
Okay.
And their whole philosophy is about making learning fun, but also effective for all levels. Soto's got experience in the U.S. and Europe, uses the latest tech.
Tech like.
Well, they also have a performance golf center. That's where they do custom club fitting, repairs, and lessons using things like TrackMan.
Ah, TrackMan.
Yeah.
Measures all the swing data.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Ball speed, spin, launch angle, all that stuff really helps fine-tune your swing and your equipment. So yeah, they're serious about game improvement.
Clearly investing in coaching and tech. That's good to see. And it sounds like it's not just for holiday golfers either. They host proper tournaments.
That's right. Big ones, too. Like the European Tour second stage qualifying has been held there.
Oh, wow.
And international matches, both men's and women's. Plus, national teams use it as a winter training base.
That really says something about the quality, if national teams train them. And any rules to know? Dress code. Handicap.
Good question. There's a handicap limit, 36, for both men and women.
Okay, 36. Pretty standard for resort courses.
Yeah. And soft spikes only on shoes, no metal spikes allowed to protect the greens.
Right, standard procedure these days. Okay, so you mentioned earlier it's near some interesting places. Yeah. What's the surrounding area like if you want a day off from golf?
Really close to historic cities like Rota, Sanlúcar de Barrameda, Jerez.
Shares sherry country.
Exactly, famous for sherry. And Cadiz itself, El Puerto de Santa Maria. Loads to see. Each has its own vibe, history, culture.
Sounds great. Sounds like more than just a golf trip. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Bringing our deep dive to a close, what are the main takeaways about Costa Ballena?
I think the big thing is it's not just another golf resort, It's got this top-level championship course designed by a legend, Olazábal.
Right.
But maybe even more significantly, it has these practice facilities that are genuinely world-class.
Cool.
That driving range, in particular, is just exceptional. The size, the grass, the view.
Yeah, that really stood out.
And there's this clear commitment to providing a really complete golf experience for everyone, whether you're just starting or you're practically a pro. It's the combination of the scale, the quality, the location's beauty, and that focus on training. It makes it pretty special.
Absolutely. And hopefully this conversation has given you, our listener, a much clearer, maybe more engaging feel for what Costa Ballena is all about. Whether you're just curious or maybe you're actually thinking about a golf trip, that focus on practice, the sheer size of it all, that could be really appealing if you're serious about improving your game.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Seeing how Costa Ballena combines that high level of championship play with such accessible, top-notch practice for learning. Well, it raises a question, what other sports, maybe ones often seen as a bit exclusive, could benefit from that kind of democratizing approach, focusing just as much on the practice and development side, making it accessible like this?
That's a really interesting thought to leave people with, something to chew on, perhaps.